Hello, welcome back to View from the Throne. This is your host, Lorenza Nicole Molina, aka the Black Butterfly Queen, La Reina Mariposa Negra. Hey, how are y'all doing? It's the holidays, and I just wanna talk about it. Um, I just want to talk about it. It's the holidays, and the holidays are not easy. I know some of y'all are probably listening to this going to work because you may not even celebrate the holidays. And I mean, we have so many at this time of the year. And some of y'all have birthdays on the holidays, which that kind of sucks sometimes because it's like, I mean, people be trying to give you the same gift, but like in halves and stuff like that. My mom's birthday literally is the day after Christmas. So, child, you know how many times she's been ripped off because people want to give her a Christmas gift and everything. And my son's birthday is like a couple of days after Christmas too. So it's wild how people do. Um, so my son just gets an extra gift, and then we do something for his birthday the following year. After the kind of the commotion calms down. So that's what we've done because I refuse to not celebrate him because of the holiday. But I'm going into a topic before I even say hello fully or say how much I appreciate y'all. And I just want to make sure I do that. Thanks for listening in and listening around the holidays because, I mean, some of us don't really, we didn't have good times with holidays. So I just want to thank you for listening in. I want to thank you for sharing this time with me. I know that it's not easy for a lot of people. So my topic today is the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that. Uh, oh, there's so many holidays. We have Kwanzaa. We have, oof, child, I'm trying to think of all the holidays, but there's so many holidays around this time. And I just want to make an episode for y'all that's just about that. Whether you can listen to this whenever you want to. But I just wanted to make an episode for the people who don't really feel that warm or close or comfortable around this time of the year because they may be dealing with tragedy. They may be really far away from their home or their family. They may feel by themselves. They may feel like, maybe not necessarily by themselves. Maybe you have a whole lot of family, but you really don't really like to celebrate it because of the things that went on in your childhood. And you can't just ignore it and act like you were okay with those things. So I just want to like have an episode for y'all. Okay? Because, guys, I'm one of them people that didn't, really like Christmas. The only holiday I kind of liked was Thanksgiving, and that was just because of the food. But there was times where that was an issue eating. Okay, so I didn't really like. I did not really like it. I'm not saying all my Christmases were horrible, but yo, I had I had some okay Christmases when I was really really little. And then when when I got older and met my biological dad, and he started taking us around his family, I wasn't really into it that way. Now, let me just say this real quick before I go in on some things. They could cook, okay? His family is from Carolina, one of them, North Carolina, South Carolina. I should know because technically those are my relatives, okay? But I don't really remember because I'm not that close to that side of the family. But I didn't really have the greatest time because I could feel the issues in the air. I could feel the attitudes. Like some things I even heard. The way people would speak to my mom or the way they would act with us like we were redheaded stepchildren or it was certain things and sometimes families are just toxic no matter how put together, they try to come off. They can be toxic. And since I wasn't used to being around them, I was even more uncomfortable. And they're the ones that like to kiss you on the side of your face and stuff. And I was not a very good with people being in my personal space as a child. Neither am I today. Then they don't understand that, and a lot of families don't get that. Some kids are not comfortable with that, and my mom was not the one to force that on me. She didn't ever make me force me to hug nobody or anything like that, but they were kind of invasive for me. But they weren't aware that that was just the way they did things, but I wasn't used to them. So that was uncomfortable for me, but I don't think it was intentional on them. That's what I want to make sure I clarify. People just don't see that. They don't realize that. But it's something my mom realized. So my mom would verbally say, "You don't have to hug anybody if you don't feel comfortable." She would say that out loud in front of everybody, and that's probably why they had a problem with her, because she didn't cause problems, but she would resolve them. Okay, let me just say that. But my mom is a very quiet person, and she didn't really cause a lot of things. If anything, I did remember them because she did take me around them before I actually met my biological dad. I just didn't spend a lot of time with them. But and there's drama, and people don't always treat everybody correctly. And me and my brothers dealt with a lot of that, regardless of what they believe or don't believe. They weren't always the easiest to deal with. And that's what made Christmas and Thanksgiving difficult for me. But I was grateful that if I was going to go and be uncomfortable, because I wasn't used to them guys, okay? And but they could cook, okay? And I've told this story on another episode. But child, one time I was like, you know what? I'm glad we're going because we're gonna get some food. We were low on food. We hadn't had a lot of food, guys. Okay. There's been times where we didn't eat for a couple of days, Um, we didn't eat. Sometimes longer. Poverty in America is very real. Okay. And I was looking forward to this food. And a kid in America that family can't provide food because of certain things going on, financial situations happening, um, money being used in ways that shouldn't be, or anything like that. Like, there's so many reasons why kids go hungry, families go hungry, and they're in public school and they go home for Thanksgiving. Most of the time, them kids are not eating. I'm going to tell you that right now. Them kids didn't eat that week. And they probably took some food from the school, like them cereal boxes and all that stuff, home. Our school used to set up a little tray for after all the kids paid for the food and they didn't want their like cereal or their juice or whatever, they could put it on this tray if it's unopened. And if you still are hungry, you could go up to that tray and get it, because technically by law it wasn't illegal for them to give us more food, because this is the food that other kids had already purchased and it was already paid for. Instead of throwing it in the trash, they had that, and they would other kids would go up there and eat it. Well, me and my brother Derek, um, uh, we were at the same school at this time, and we would go get that food. We put it in our backpack, and we had food for the weekend. Child, that's what we did. We put that dry cereal in there. That's what we survived on for the weekend, and we collected all week because we had other siblings at home that went to different schools or weren't in school yet, and their schools didn't do that. So that's how we did that. I started selling what is it, like artwork for Valentine's Day, and doing fake tattoos. I would sell peppermint shade flowers. I would do arm and hand massages for money. Child, I was charging $2.50 here, and I would sometimes sell. If I did have lunch, this is after my biological dad left and we started actually having food and stuff more consistently. Interesting. Um, I would sell that bologna sandwich because I couldn't stand eating bologna anymore. It was just best what my mom could do at the time because of there was a lot going on. I had to write all that down, but I couldn't handle it, but some of them dudes really liked them bologna sandwiches. So guess what I did? I was selling my bologna sandwich separately from my pudding cup, and then I'll take part of that money and go get me a lunch from the line because they like them. They love them sandwiches. But I couldn't handle eating sandwiches anymore because it's all we really had most of the time was bologna and bread, and I already don't like hot dogs, so I could barely handle bologna, child. And I would eat it because, like, you know what it is not to eat, but if somebody said they were gonna buy it from me, yeah. So I realized really quickly, oh, I could sell stuff, and so my art teacher, bless her heart, she would give me the leftover paper mache, not paper mache, tissue paper that they didn't use, and she was so, I just loved her. She was so sweet. I mean, some kids were mean to her sometimes, but she was very nice to me, and she wasn't a bad lady. It's just the kids were just bratty, y'all, for real. She was one of the good teachers, really, for real. But would give me the paper mache, and that's how I made the flowers. And I would sell them on Valentine's Day, and I would do fake tattoos with the gel pens, and I would do people's art homework. Listen, they couldn't do it. I would do art. I would do their art projects, or I would do certain things like that, and they would pay me for it. And that's how I paid for things, and stuff like that. And so, cause you get tired. Listen, when you realize you have a little talent, you can make a little money, honey, and you hungry, you gonna do it. It was better than like doing other stuff, right? So that's what I did. But I didn't. Um, but this on Thanksgiving, we went, and I was looking forward to eating. And child, I was like, because the food was gonna be good. Look, this is Carolinas. You know the food gonna be good. Now, toxic or not toxic, they was gonna throw down. Okay, let me tell you that, and let me tell you, every family got some toxicity. So let's just be clear. But they was gonna throw down, and I was gonna eat. Okay, God is good. Okay, all right. Everything was not perfect, but I knew that food was okay. All right. So we went, and I was sick. Yo, I got sick. But my brothers and my mom, they asked me all the things that I want, and they made all these plates for me, and they made their plates, and we went home, and they put my food in the refrigerator. And then the day Monday came around, and I was actually feeling well enough to go to school. And while my mama was at work, while we were at school, my dad was at home. I don't know why he was at home at the time, but he was there, and he was hungry. Because once again, I said it was hard to come by some things. And I know he was hungry, and he ate all my food. Now, my brothers were hungry, but they didn't eat my food. They had that whole weekend they could eat my food. And I thought to myself, when I get home, I'm gonna share my food with my family. Because I had several plates. Now, if he would have ate a plate or two, that's understandable. Because listen, he was hungry. It's food. There's food in there. But he ate all my food and left the place there. And then try to, look sad about it. When you not sad because your stomach happy, I was like, I'm gonna tell grandma. I'm gonna tell grandma you ate my food. I was upset because I was like, what kind of adult grown person eat a child food? My mama wouldn't have done that. He just confused me. And, I wasn't used to him. He confused me. And he's like, I was just so hungry, but all of it, you can eat some of it, but all of it, child. So I ain't had nothing. So thank God I wasn't back in school because I could at least eat the school food. But yeah, I was really mad about that. We've had certain things where we have to have the charity stuff, and I'm grateful for it, but we lived, we went through so many things when it came to the holidays. And my mom really tried to do things for us and scrape, and she really did. She really did. Mm, she really did. And there were some things that she was able to do. I remember when she got me a little 13-inch TV with a remote, and she wrapped the remote separately from the 13-inch TV. Now, let me tell you something. Coming from living with rats and roaches at the back of a church in the middle of a junkyard looking situation that with rabid dogs that live on the outside that would chase your brother when he went outside. Listen, and your mama's able to get you a little 13-inch screen. Now, mind you, this probably wasn't the most best TVs or whatever, but that was a brand new TV to me, okay? And I think she got it from the pawn shop. I had my own little remote, get some little rabbit ears, put them on there. You couldn't tell me I wasn't rich, okay? You couldn't tell me I wasn't rolling in the dough. You couldn't tell me other kids was getting all this new clothes and stuff like that. I had a TV where I can watch because I love movies and all that stuff. And see that was a good Christmas. That was a good Christmas. My mom got to do something for us she actually wanted to do. She didn't get to do a lot of things for us like she wanted to do. A lot of those things got interrupted by a lot of the current things that started happening. That were just beyond control. It was just too much going on. But when she started building that stuff back up, being able to build her money up and stuff like that, she started getting stuff like that. She got my brother one too, my younger brother. And that was a big deal for her. And that was a big deal for us. And some people had way more stuff going on in their house and they probably wouldn't think that was a big deal. But that was a good Christmas. And I remember that. That was the best one for me. Because it's a TV. Even if you get a TV today, you be like, oh, you got me a TV? People, TVs are kind of like a dime a dozen now, but it's just, not a dime a dozen, but they're just like everywhere. You know what I mean? But I had me a little 13-inch TV that I could put in my room with my own remote. That was like getting me a car or giving me $1,000. Something like it was like really big deal. So it made me think about the things I want to do for my children and the traditions I wanted to start. And I wasn't really big at decorations like that on the outside, but I did like decorations on the inside because when I was really, really small and I had my daddy Dan, and I still have him, that's still my daddy. We would string popcorn. I was like 5 years old. And I liked that feeling. So I wanted to give that to my kids. And so we wanted to give that to our kids. So I started making it a point to like make it warm feeling in the house. Like boiling cinnamon, and now I know you can do it in essential oils, but sometimes just cinnamon with some apples and stuff because you can still eat that. You can make apple cider too. Making that it fills the house. Getting little cheap little decorations, creating them together and putting them up. We started cutting snowflakes and putting them on our clear glass door and hanging them and stuff like that. It was just really nice, and the kids really liked it. And now they have all these memories, but I have all these great memories. And I feel like my memories as an adult are so great compared to what I experienced as a child, but I wouldn't be able to develop these without those negative experiences. And so it's not really about, for me, Christmas will never be like what it is for everybody else. For me, if I didn't have kids, I would have never celebrated. I didn't have a family, I never would have tried to create anything. But I remembered those few that I had that I felt warm and I felt grateful. And I was like, I want to do that for them. Let's do that for them. And it's been very rewarding and healing for me to see my kids enjoy things. And they're not really picky. It doesn't take a lot to satisfy them. And I'm very grateful for that, especially in today's climate when it comes to how everybody is about things. Everybody's entitled and all that stuff. And I'm just amazed that my kids are who they are. They are good people, because they're people first before they're my children. And they're good people. And I appreciate them and I love them. And so I like seeing them open the gifts and everything. And I think that's the most rewarding thing for me. But And I like making their favorite meals for Thanksgiving. And sometimes, sometimes it's just our family, just not a whole lot of people. But I don't know, I'm okay with that. Um, I feel like the way I dealt with things helped me to view it differently, helped me to view it from a different perspective. Probably if I was by myself, I still wouldn't celebrate because I would be like, but I have a whole family now. So I celebrate because of them. Because I'm not really celebrating the holiday. I'm celebrating the time I get with them. I'm celebrating them. So it's different. It's not me celebrating the holiday because I can't tell you how much I can't care about, especially Christmas. I can't, and Thanksgiving has so much negativity around it. I can't tell you how much I can't care less about those things. But I love celebrating family. I love celebrating my kids. I love that. So anything that gives me the opportunity to do that, if it be a holiday, if it be just regular vacation times or summer or a trip somewhere, I'm going to try to make the best of that. It's the quality that I get to put into it that it just makes me feel good. And uh I'm just glad about it. Um so for me, it's just another opportunity to have time with my whole family in a unique way more than it is about the holiday. Because if I think about the actual holiday and the things that happen, I'll probably get a little pissed off. Like, ugh. But when I think about how I get to spend time with my kids and create good memories for them, I feel really good. I feel like I'm doing good. There's a lot of things that we always want to do we always want to do as parents that we don't get to do. But when you get to like genuinely add joy to your kid's life, whether it be a holiday or just having a good conversation, you add it to them. You're creating good memories. I know some people they don't want to celebrate the holiday, and I ain't celebrating with my kids and your kids. You think about just it's not about the holiday; it's about the opportunity the holiday provides because the whole world is pausing, and it's just if you're a true opportunity, you take advantage of that to do something. If you don't want to do the Christmas tree or the lights, maybe take the opportunity to go on a vacation, go to the beach. You don't have to celebrate the holiday. Just take opportunity to celebrate your family, though. Take the opportunity to do something for and use this time to create the ideas that you want them to have. Not just, nothing. Take the opportunity for yourself, even if it's just you, to, if you're on vacation, you're not working, and you're forced to be off, all right, well, it's time to go visit a country. This is a time to go out to go do something. This is a time to enjoy your time off, regardless of the title they want to call it. This is your time to have sustenance and value added to you in the way that fits you. But don't let the things in your past keep you from enjoying your now. Not saying that what you're doing is not what you need to do, but just consider uh, all your options. You know, you don't have to do what they do, but make sure you're doing something for you, though, right? And for those that you care about. Because it's more than just about what happened in the past. It's about your future now and the standards you want to create and the joy, the opportunity for joy to flourish if it can. No matter if it's a holiday or just another day for you. Don't waste your opportunities with the people you love. Okay? All right. Well, this is probably one of the most shorter podcasts that I've done. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. These holidays be crazy. The way they make us feel be crazy. But I hope that no matter all the tragedies and the pains that we've gone through, losing people, because I've lost some people. I've lost count how many people I've lost around the holiday times. It's enough, though, to be tired of it. I know I'm not the only one, but I try to just appreciate the people I still have with me. I don't want to ignore them with the grief of the ones that have gone. I want to remember them and hold on to them tighter because I know how quickly people can leave me. And when they're gone, they're not in time with you. Whether they're in glory or if you don't believe in that or not, we know that all of our time here with each other the way it is limited. So be an opportunist with love. Take time with your family. Don't let the past ruin the time you have right now. You deserve to be able to enjoy every day of the year as much as you can with your family while you have them. And if your family is a group of friends, close co-workers, they invite you, if people want to do something with you, I understand sometimes we can't do everything, but if you don't want to do those things, at least take time for yourself to do something while you have it, okay? Because relationship to self is just as important. The better we love ourselves, the better we love the people that come in and out of our lives. But once again, this is View from the Throne. I'm your host, Lorenza Nicole Molina, a.k.a. the Black Butterfly Queen, La Reina Mariposa Negra, and I hope you have happy holidays. And I pray for everybody who is grieving. Take your time to heal. And Godspeed. And your crown may be tilted during this time, and you may have even taken it off yourself. But no, it's still yours. And when you're ready, it'll still sit on your head and it'll still shine. Y'all be safe, and I will talk to y'all in the next podcast. Bye.
Hey guys, before I forget, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And if you're interested in seeing anything else that I do, you can go in my description and hit my link tree and follow any page from there. Thanks again. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.